Hey guys, Juliana from Join Jules, finally here on YouTube to show you some more in-depth videos on how to make some really great cocktails at home. So for my first video, I really wanted to show you guys one of my all-time favorite ingredients. I always, I don't even think I've ever bought simple syrup from the store. I always make it homemade because it's so easy, and the reason why I like it the most is because you can make it how you want it. If you're going to be doing a Moscow Mule and you don't want to use the ginger beer, you can actually make a ginger simple syrup and soda water. That's the thing that I want to get across to you guys is joining Jules, making cocktails at home. You don't have to be a professional. You guys can do it too, and I want to share what I've learned along the way, because if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. Today, I want to be making a couple of different simple syrups. Obviously, we have the basic simple syrup, which is equal parts water and sugar. I'm also going to show you how to make a couple of variations of simple syrup. I had blueberries that were going to go bad, so we're going to make a blueberry simple syrup. And then I have some lemons as they're in season and we're coming into spring. I thought making a lemon simple syrup would be really great. And then, of course, I have ginger. Great options. When you make your simple syrup, you can use white granulated sugar. You can use sugar substitutes like monk fruit or stevia. Just be careful with the binding with monk fruit. I found that it crystallizes. I've had no problem popping it in the microwave or putting it back on the stovetop and just reheating it until it dissolves. That's my solution. You're gonna have a little saucepan. I have this one, got it from Amazon. Then I'm gonna do a cup of water right into my pan and measure out equal parts sugar. So that will be a half cup twice. All right, equal parts water and sugar in our pot. And we're gonna add that right onto the stovetop, and we're gonna bring it to a soft boil, let it boil for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna bring it to a simmer and let it simmer until all the sugar has completely dissolved. Now we're not infusing this, so you don't need to let it sit for up to 15 minutes. Once the sugar has dissolved, it's done. So I will put this on the stovetop. So now that we have our basic simple syrup on the stovetop, you're just gonna stir frequently until it comes to a boil, and then you're going to bring it down to a simmer and just stir until the sugar has completely dissolved. I want to start my lemon simple syrup. So I'm going to zest my lemon. If you can hear that, our simple syrup is coming to a boil. And I'm still stirring. The sugar has completely dissolved. So I'm not even going to put it on a simmer. With my new electric stovetop, I have just a warming center. So I'm gonna just put it right there. While we do our other infusions of simple syrups, I did a full cup there for the just regular old simple syrup. It's a good one to just have. Trust me, you will go through it. The other ones, you don't need to do as much unless you're having a small get together or you know you're gonna be making a lot of cocktails. You really don't need to make a full cup. I find that using a half cup allows me to make a lot of different ones, so I can taste and try them and they won't go bad as fast as making a full cup or 2 cups or whatever it may be. I like to do a half a cup for personal use. So with our lemon simple syrup, we're going to juice these lemons. All right, now that we have our lemon juice, I'm gonna set that aside because our first simple syrup is done. I'm gonna put it just into this mason jar. I have a lid for it. I recommend putting lids for yours. I've also just done these with these tops and they've lasted. I will tell you though that those in a sealed jar last longer than these guys, but I use mine all the time, so I wanna have them easy to grab. So I like those. Again, you don't have to. Once it's cooled, you're gonna add your lid to it, and then you're gonna put it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. Now that we have our first simple syrup, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our lemon simple syrup. Again, very easy. We have our pot here. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of water along with a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, because again, remember, it is equal parts water and sugar. So now I have a half cup of liquid, and then I'm gonna add a half cup of sugar. So equal parts. Put that on the stove. I'm gonna bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna let it simmer and add in the lemon zest. And I'm gonna let that simmer for about 10 minutes. And then once it's ready, I will pull it off and we'll put it in another mason jar. So off to the stove top it goes. We are gonna do a ginger simple syrup. We are gonna take the skin off of our ginger and then we're gonna cut it into just slices. One of these and a half of one of these. So I really want the ginger flavors and I'm only doing a half cup of each. Now that our lemon syrup has come to a boil, it also, all the sugar has dissolved. I'm going to add in our lemon zest right on in there. And then I'm gonna reduce my stovetop to a simmer. And I'm gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes or so. Really let it infuse. I mean, you can let it, it depends on how soon you want it. You can let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes if you want to. We're gonna have a half cup of water for our ginger, a half cup of sugar. Now that we have this mixture, I'm actually going to strain it into a glass with a lip. That way I can put it into one of these guys for easy use. Now I'm pressing my spoon up against the lemon zest just to get all the flavor out of there. Fun fact about these, a lot of people ask me where I get them. These are olive oil dispensers. You can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on Crate & Barrel, you can buy them on Williams-Sonoma. You can buy them at like Home Goods, but even Target has them. They're olive oil dispensers and they're perfect for storing your simple syrups. I've done this before, I know a half cup is perfect for me. That's how much it gave me. And that is my lemon simple syrup with our ginger, equal parts water and sugar. Now, because we're not using lemon juice, some people may not like me for this. I'm actually gonna add the ginger in there while I put it on the stovetop. I'm not gonna wait for it before, like we did with the lemon juice where I added it after it came to a boil. I'm gonna add it in right now and add that to the stovetop. Put that all in there, wait for it to come to a boil. And then from here, we'll be able to let it rest, strain it out, and then we will have our ginger simple syrup. Again, you can let this rest anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Honestly, as long as you want. You could let it cool in there if you wanted to. We'll just put into our olive oil dispensers. Again, pretty good. Now that we have our ginger, our lemon, our regular old simple syrup, last one we're gonna do is a blueberry simple syrup. Again, you called it. It's gonna be equal parts water and sugar. And like I said before, I'm gonna add the blueberries in there and put it all on the stove. And then our washed blueberries, I'm gonna put it straight on the stove top, again, bring it to a boil. Then I'm gonna bring it to a light boil and wait until all the blueberries have popped. And then I'm gonna let that simmer again for another 10 minutes. Now that that's done boiling and we've let it rest for about 10 minutes, I'm gonna strain into my glass. You want that really pretty purple color. From here, we're gonna press down on our blueberries, ensuring that we're getting all that flavor. Now, instead of throwing the blueberries away, I'm gonna put them in a side jar. These would be a good addition to a cocktail, say a bramble. Imagine putting this on some fresh ice cream. It's gonna be delicious no matter what, so do not throw that away. It's mixed with sugar. Trust me, it can't be bad. So save those, and then once you have your liquids, we're just gonna pour that into another jar. I think this would be good in a sour with egg white. I think it'd be a really pretty color. But there you go, 4 simple syrups, and it's really that easy. Equal parts sugar and water, and that's all you need to succeed here. So there you guys have 4 very easy, simple syrup recipes. We have our lemon, we have our blueberry, we have ginger, and we have regular old simple syrups. I think that they are necessary for a lot of cocktails. You need to know, do not buy at the store because it's just too easy to make at home. Again, I'm Join Jules. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and let's make sure to make some more great recipes together. Let me know what you need help with and we'll get it done. Cheers, guys.